We all have imperfections. It's part of being human. These imperfections make us unique. They shape our stories and our journeys. What if, instead of hiding our flaws, we embraced them? Imagine the freedom in accepting ourselves, just as we are. This is the beginning of unlocking our true potential. We often strive for perfection. We see it in magazines, on social media, and all around us. But this pursuit of flawlessness can be a trap. It can make us feel inadequate and hold us back from truly living. When we embrace our imperfections, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We allow ourselves to be vulnerable. We give ourselves permission to make mistakes and learn from them. This is where true growth and transformation happen. It's time to challenge the notion of perfection. Let's explore the beauty in our imperfections and discover the power of embracing our authentic selves. Welcome to Lead Academy, where we ignite your growth and unlock your full potential. Now, let's dive into today's topic. In today's world, it's easy to feel like we're not enough. We are bombarded with images of airbrushed models, perfectly curated lives, and extraordinary achievements. This constant exposure to an idealized version of reality can fuel our insecurities and make us question our own worth. The truth is, no one is perfect. Behind the filters and the carefully constructed facades, everyone faces challenges, setbacks, and insecurities. We all have flaws, make mistakes, and experience self-doubt. It's part of the human experience. The problem is not with imperfection itself, but with the pressure to appear perfect. This pressure can come from societal expectations, social media comparisons, or even our own internal critic. It can lead to anxiety, low self-esteem, and a fear of failure that prevents us from pursuing our dreams. It's time to break free from the illusion of perfection. We need to recognize that true beauty lies in authenticity, vulnerability, and the courage to be ourselves, flaws and all. Brene Brown, a renowned researcher and storyteller, has dedicated her life to studying courage, vulnerability, shame, and empathy. Her work has become a beacon of hope and understanding for many who struggle with these complex emotions. Her work has touched millions of lives and sparked a global conversation about the power of embracing our imperfections. Through her books, talks, and interviews, Brown has encouraged people from all walks of life to confront their fears and embrace their true selves. Brown's journey began with her own struggles with vulnerability. She often speaks about her personal battles with feeling exposed and the fear of not being enough. These experiences have deeply informed her research and teachings. She was raised with the belief that vulnerability was a weakness, something to be avoided at all costs. This mindset is common in many cultures, where showing vulnerability is often equated with being fragile or incapable. However, through her research, she discovered that vulnerability is actually the birthplace of love, belonging, joy, courage, and creativity. It is through our willingness to be vulnerable that we can truly connect with others and experience life more fully. In her book, Daring Greatly, Brown writes, "Vulnerability is not weakness, it's our greatest measure of courage." This powerful statement challenges the conventional wisdom and invites us to rethink our approach to vulnerability. She argues that when we allow ourselves to be seen, truly seen, with all our imperfections, we open ourselves up to deeper connections, greater authenticity, and a more fulfilling life. This authenticity fosters trust and intimacy in our relationships, making them more meaningful and resilient. Brown's work is a powerful reminder that we are not alone in our struggles. By sharing our vulnerabilities, we create a sense of community and support that can help us navigate life's challenges. Her willingness to share her own journey with vulnerability gives us permission to do the same. It encourages us to step out of our comfort zones and embrace the uncertainty that comes with being open and honest. By embracing our imperfections and allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, we can find strength, resilience, and a deeper sense of belonging. This journey towards vulnerability is not easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. It allows us to live more authentically and connect more deeply with those around us, ultimately leading to a richer, more fulfilling life. Steve Jobs. Embracing failure, igniting innovation. Steve Jobs, the visionary co-founder of Apple, is often hailed as a genius and a pioneer. His innovative spirit and relentless drive have left an indelible mark on the tech industry, revolutionizing the way we interact with technology. However, his path to success was paved with failures, setbacks, and moments of self-doubt. These challenges were not mere obstacles but crucial experiences that shaped his journey and honed his vision. Jobs' story is a testament to the power of embracing imperfection and using it as fuel for innovation. He understood that failure is an integral part of the creative process, a necessary step towards achieving groundbreaking success. One of Jobs' most well-known failures was his removal from Apple in 1985, the company he had co-founded. This event was a significant turning point in his life, a moment that could have ended his career. This experience could have easily crushed his spirit. Many would have given up, but Jobs saw it as a chance to reflect and reinvent himself. Instead, Jobs used it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and eventually return to Apple stronger and more determined than ever. During his time away, he founded Next and acquired Pixar, both ventures that further solidified his reputation as a visionary leader. Jobs famously said, "I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance." This belief in perseverance and resilience was a cornerstone of his philosophy. He believed that failure was not the opposite of success, but a stepping stone on the path to achieving it. Each setback was a lesson, each failure a building block towards eventual triumph. Jobs' story teaches us that embracing failure is not about celebrating mistakes, but about viewing them as opportunities for learning and growth. It's about understanding that every misstep brings us closer to our goals, provided we have the courage to keep moving forward. By reframing our perspective on failure, we can unlock our creativity, resilience, and ultimately, our potential for success. Jobs' journey is a powerful reminder that innovation thrives on the willingness to take risks, to fail, and to rise again with renewed vigor and insight. The psychology of self-doubt. Why we are so hard on ourselves. Self-doubt is a common human experience. It's something that everyone, regardless of their background or achievements, encounters at some point in their lives. This feeling can be fleeting or persistent, but it always has a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being. It's that nagging voice inside our heads that whispers we're not good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough. This internal critic can be relentless, often surfacing at the most inopportune moments, such as before a big presentation, during a job interview, or when we're trying to make important life decisions. While a little self-reflection can be beneficial, excessive self-doubt can be paralyzing, preventing us from taking risks and pursuing our goals. It can make us second-guess our choices and hesitate to step out of our comfort zones, ultimately stifling our growth and potential. Psychologically, self-doubt often stems from a fear of failure, rejection, or judgment. These fears can be deeply ingrained, often rooted in past experiences where we may have felt inadequate or unworthy. We may have experienced setbacks in the past that have led us to question our abilities. These setbacks can range from academic failures to personal disappointments, each leaving a mark on our self-esteem. Or we may have internalized negative messages from childhood or society that have shaped our self-perception. These messages can come from various sources, including critical parents, unsupportive teachers, or even societal standards that set unrealistic expectations. The impact of self-doubt on our well-being can be significant. It can manifest in various ways, affecting our mental health, our relationships, and our overall quality of life. It can lead to anxiety, depression, procrastination, and a diminished sense of self-worth. These feelings can create a vicious cycle where self-doubt leads to inaction, which in turn reinforces our negative self-beliefs. It can also prevent us from forming meaningful connections with others, as we may fear being vulnerable or revealing our perceived flaws. This fear of judgment can isolate us, making it difficult to build and maintain healthy relationships. Understanding the root causes of our self-doubt is crucial for overcoming it. By identifying where these feelings come from, we can begin to address them and work towards building a more positive self-image. By challenging negative thought patterns, practicing self-compassion, and seeking support when needed, we can begin to silence that inner critic and embrace our true potential. It's a journey that requires patience and persistence, but the rewards of self-acceptance and confidence are well worth the effort. Thank you for joining us on the journey to greatness. Don't miss our free LED Academy Essentials Vault in the video description, a treasure trove of PDF summaries to enrich your learning. If you're inspired, be sure to like, subscribe, and explore the description for more resources. Until next time, keep striving for your best.